Welcome back, folks, to another episode of The Average Joes. My name is Brendan. This is Leanne. And that's Remi. And we're here for a one-night adventure in Algonquin Park. We got here fairly late. It's like 6:45. And we're here for pretty much just a fishing trip tomorrow. And exploring a new area. So we got to get set up. We're late. So get the tent put up and get dinner thawed because it's still frozen, and then we're gonna get cooking and just enjoy a nice night by the fire. The black flies are finally out. It's getting towards the end of May. Tomorrow's gonna be a big fishing day. We're going for some big old fat brook trout way over there up on the mountain. So never been here before. New spot, crossing off a couple new lakes. Was it a hard trip in?
Not really.
2 big portages.
Oh yeah, 2 huge portages.
Yeah, big ones. This is our view for the evening. Some nice big cliffs. Beautiful scenery. This spot is there's nowhere to hook the tent down to. I guess we can tie it down somehow though. This is an extremely rocky lake and rocky area of the park. Tons of stones everywhere. Gotta be fast, we don't want to let the bugs in.
And then on that side.
Go. Hi. We camp in luxury when we go together.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is my spot.
And there you go. I have to get the tarp over this thing.
Oh, I was gonna say, are we leaving the tarp off?
Time to set up. Leanne wants to sleep under the stars, so we will see. It's supposed to get down to 7 tonight. Feels like 4, so maybe a little bit damp in the morning, but I guess it is what it is. We'll have a pretty view of the sky tonight. Blue skies, so should see lots of stars from the tent. Any firewood when you go up there?
I wasn't looking.
Lots of logs in the toilet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Remi found a log.
So, got to collect a little bit of firewood here. Finish bringing up everything out of the canoe. Maybe set up a weighing rig from shore. Let it do a little bit of work for me. And, yeah, get cooking dinner. Going on the hunt for some firewood. That would be awesome if it was dead for a little bit longer. She looks pretty green yet. I think that just fell over. Got leaves on it still. All right, finally found some half decent firewood. I'm way the hell up on the hill behind the site. Look at that for a piece of hardwood. I'm gonna drag this down to the site in one piece if I can. That'll be enough hardwood for the night, and probably for the next people too. Probably 150 yards from the campsite though, but at least it's downhill. Then I gotta go look for pine. Oh, Leanne already got fire going. Well, that's nice. Would you look at that?
Yeah.
You got one going.
I sure do.
Did you find birch bark?
Nope. I used the string.
Yeah, not mine.
No, the little piece that was here.
And it worked.
It worked really well.
Nice. Hi. Yeah, I heard you barking. Well, that should be enough hardwood for the night. Get some good coals for cooking our steaks and our potatoes.
See anything cool up there?
No, I found a box that had poop in it. And
Like a different box than the toilet? Or?
yeah, just a random box, wooden box with poop in it.
Actually.
Yeah. And I found this wood twice as far up as that. There's like no wood down here.
No.
And you go up to the very top of the hill and there's lots.
Oh, that's good.
Way up there. That's hard wood. Got it. Oh, look at the flies on her head.
No.
Poor dog.
Girl. I like how when you can see her doggy paddling.
Dunking her head.
What was that?
Oh, thanks.
Thanks. Can Mama see? What you got? Thank you. Oh my goodness, a friend.
So we're waiting for our sweet potatoes to bake. Got them buried in some good coals now. That'll be a little while, but then we'll start the steak shortly and the corn. And Remi went for a swim, did a little bit of fishing. There's about a bajillion minnows here in the shore. Tons of shiners and rock bass. And possibly sunfish. We didn't catch one, but looked like there may be sunfish as well. So rock bass is never a good sign for trout, but from what I do know, there is trout in here. But I think they just move through the system, so.
And we're getting eaten alive by bugs.
Yeah, there's a couple bugs. It's not too bad. Can you guys imagine that? Camping without bugs, like, all year? Imagine how nice summer would be. Like, June and July would just be amazing. I do think we saw one trout jump. We didn't see it, but we saw, like, there's a ton of little minnows and stuff surfacing on the lake, and there was one real big boil out in front of the campsite here, so I think that was a trout. I think that was a trout.
Mud duck.
And that was a mud duck, yeah. The corn I soaked in the lake for like an hour after we got here. And then it almost will steam itself in the husks when you do it like this. You just place it not directly over the heat and let it cook. So we got a couple strip loin steaks and some chicken kebabs and new spice we just bought. brown sugar bourbon. And then my secret blends of herbs and spices from home. This is more than just salt, pepper, garlic, and this
is it cayenne?
Yeah, and paprika and everything.
If Remi's a good girl, she'll have some too.
Well, yeah, but that's a big if.
Yeah.
Now, if you've never cooked your dinner on a rusty Algonquin grate, you've never lived. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wow. Corn, steak. Is the steak good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. Check that out. Would you like a bite, Remi? Wait. Wait. Okay. S'more time. What'd you make your s'more out of?
Marshmallow.
But what's the cookies? What's the secret?
Celebration. Caramel truffle.
We're having some celebration s'mores, and then yeah, we're gonna hit the hay. It's probably already like 10:30, so got an early morning. Gonna go catch some trout after we make some dino porridge for breakfast. Gonna be good. Alrighty, folks. Well, we are crawled into bed, and we're ready for a sleep. Remi's excited, so. We'll see you guys in the morning. We're gonna hammer some big old brook trout. Good morning, folks. Was a pretty good sleep. Got a little chilly last night at, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 a.m. It was cold enough, but we survived. Remi was up from the second the first squirrel made a noise and vibrated and whined from anxiousness, waiting to get out of the tent for about an hour and a half. So now she's up and doing her thing, and Leanne's up and doing her thing. We're gonna make some oatmeal, and then we're gonna go fishing. So it's gonna be a good day. So as you can tell by the incline of this put-in, this is a steep one. A very rocky and very steep one. That's a lot of elevation right off the hop. But it flattened out now, so hopefully it stays this way. Finished that absolutely brutal hill. There was two real bad ones. First one was all rock. Not very long, only maybe 75 meters, but straight up in stone. And the second one was a little longer, more like 150 meters. Not as rocky, but just as straight up. So I can see the lake now. Just peeking through the trees. So we'll be fishing in about 10 minutes. Alrighty folks, we made it. The bugs are getting quite bad. When we came to the lake, Leanne noticed something interesting. There's a ton of little fish jumping just out from the portage. And I believe they were little trout. So, kind of cool to see. A bunch of little trout, they were clearing the water. I have on a Williams Whitefish S. Right there. In the fire tiger pattern. This lure has been working really well for me, so I'm gonna troll. She's gonna cast. It's not a very big lake, so hopefully we can locate some nice big fat speckles. Well, folks, we have done one full pass of the lake and nothing biting. So we've switched up our lures. Leanne has thrown on a jointed flicker shad, and I threw on a lake clear wobbler in the deep 3/5 of an ounce version, trailing with a long shank hook and a dew worm. So if they're not gonna bite that, they're not gonna bite anything. We both have a little bit deeper lures on now, so we'll see what's what here. I don't know if the fish would have gone deeper already or not. Like, I guess I could throw the deeper in the water to see what the temperature is, but it still feels fairly cold. Like, I'm guessing it's probably only 55 degrees. Gonna do another lap with what we got on and give this a whirl. And if that doesn't work, then we'll reassess again and try something new. Maybe just slow it down and go to the end of the lake that's not windy and just cast. Well, I'm gonna put the deeper in the water and we're gonna make some calculated decisions here. Got the deeper handy, super light, super portable, super affordable, easy to bring everywhere in the park for trout. All those hard to get to trout spots, no problem with this thing. I'm just kind of thinking here, like maybe they have gone deeper. I don't really know what to say. This lake is also very deep, right immediately against the shore, so it'd be nice to know when I'm in, 15 feet or if I'm in 30 feet. So we are in 12 feet right here. Also would be nice to just maybe mark a couple fish and figure out, okay, they're out in 15 feet and they're 10 feet down. Nice rocks here. And a steep drop. Oh, there's a fish biting it. Oh, I missed him. That was definitely a bite. I was tapping bottom there when I was letting out, because it's kind of hard when you're paddling with one hand. It's hard to get the right speed and keep the lure suspended, and just as I was lifting off bottom, he grabbed it, and then he, I guess, was following it. I got one here, fighting pretty good.
right by that log. Staying low. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. Really nice one. It's a very nice fish. Oh yeah. Look at the size of it. Holy moly. Jeez, watch this tree. That's a big speckle. Holy crap. They're biting very light for the size of this fish. My gosh. Wow. Okay. I was trolling along the, looking along the shore, watching the logs and stuff, and then looked to my left because I saw something on the fish finder, and just a giant log out in like 20 feet coming straight up. So I was like, oh, better avoid that. And I think I picked up this guy right next to that log. Right there. Lake Clear wobbler, deep. 3/5 of an ounce gold. Trailed with 12 inches of line or so, 14 inches, and a long shank hook and a dew worm. Beauty of a trout. Very silver. Just a stud. Look at the shoulders. Wow. We're keeping a couple fish. This guy had the hook deep in the bad spot, so it's what it is. Not a big deal. We're gonna keep a few like this because I promised a couple people some fish, so hopefully we can get a couple more. Looks like somebody's here to camp. Pulling into the campsite. We're gonna continue trolling this piece of shoreline because this is where the fish are. I added a 1/4 ounce sinker to Leanne's setup because the Nipigon is quite a light lure, and I want her to be able to get down to that depth closer to where I am because I've been getting bites. She had a bite though. She definitely did earlier. So, but if they're going to be at a certain level in the water column, it might not necessarily matter what depth we're in. I'm still going to stick between 10 and 20 feet, but maybe the fish are, you know, 8 feet down, well, and they might not feel like coming up, so get her lure in the strike zone. The reason, oh, I had another bite right away. There we go, another one. Geez, another nice one. We found them. Another one. Another beauty. Yeah, it just paddles backwards. Not quite as big, I don't think, but another nice one. Nice. Another beaut. We are on them. Chunky, chunky, chunky monkeys. Check that out, folks. A chunky monkey. What a beauty. All right, get that one unhooked as well. Beautiful male. Nice colors on them. So one thing we noticed when we first came by this shoreline was that there was a lot of little trout jumping right in the shore here. There's a lot where we put in as well at the portage, but this spot was the other spot on the lake where it seemed like there was a lot of them, and they're still jumping. So something to think about, like I don't know, there's obviously a reason that the little trout are here. They're feeding on something, flies or something on the top, or maybe those little minnows. So could that be the reason why the bigger fish are here with them? It's also very nice structure here, lots of rocks and logs, and it's deep and steep right off the shore, which I think is also a big benefit to there being fish on this shoreline. But it's funny because it's not the wind-blown shore. This is actually the calm side of the lake, which is counterintuitive to what I would normally think. Well, we just had a little run-in with the people that are on the lake now. There's 3 lads came up for the night, and turns out they know us, or at least one of them did. So shout out to you, Dan. Nice to meet you, buddy, and hope you like the wobbler that I gave you. I hope you catch a nice big speckle on it like we got today. So I packed the tackle boxes today, and Leanne packed the snackle box. And you're gonna see that shortly. Now, I know we always say never leave biting fish, but we're gonna have lunch. We just both missed one. Actually, I missed 2. Missed one going that way, then we turned around and we each missed one. But I added an extra sinker, so now Leanne has about a ½ ounce of sinkers on. She got a bite finally, so that's a plus. At least we know it's just the depth. That's all it is you gotta have the lure in front of their face if you wanna get them. So yeah, we're stopping at a campsite here on the lake, the other site. We're gonna have a bite to eat from our snackle box. Brie cheese cooked over the fire. Yummy. It's melting. Oh no, who would have thought? Who would have thunk?
That's what we were waiting for.
Rem. Ooh. Oh wow, like a marshmallow.
Yeah.
Yummy. Oh, look at that. Ah. Hell yeah. Lie down. Jack. Alrighty. Just finished up lunch. That was a awesome lunch. Enjoyed our snackle box very much.
Our snackle box charcuterie.
Yeah, our charcuterie snackle box was delicious. Courtesy of Leanne. So now that she's got 2 sinkers on there, hopefully she can catch a fish. I think that was the issue. Right away. Right away. Oh, my lens is soaked. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Another beauty. That did not take long at all. This guy is full of spunk. Holy moly, relax. So I've noticed, just talking out loud here, but thinking out loud, but the first one I caught, I was doing something and kind of started paddling slow. And that time, it was the same thing. I was passing Leanne the bug spray, and for that split second that the lure slowed down and like dropped to bottom, that's when I'm getting the bites. And it seems like at least 2, maybe the second time that happened too. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but for whatever reason, when you give it slack, they seem to be grabbing it. There we go. Another beauty. We've had a few more bites. It's so funny, there's just this one little spot that we've honed in on where the fish seem to be stacked in this spot. And it's hard to fish it because there's a lot of logs and trees. And you have to like thread the needle perfectly every time here. And so we've had a couple hookups on logs and stuff, but we're gonna do one last pass. I'm really trying to get Leanne a fish here. One last pass of this better shore, and then we're gonna head back to the portage. Overall, can't complain though. 3 nice fish to take home. I promised Al from Al's Bait and Tackle that I was gonna bring him a speckle if we got a few, so I'll take him one good one for dinner and take one home to my dad, and then Leanne and I can share one for supper tomorrow. Wow, gusty. If you notice that tree that comes out there, like that's where we were getting them. That's where they seem to be stacked. And like this, as soon as I was screwing around doing something and slowed right down and the lure was touching bottom, that was when they were grabbing it. So just go through there real slow, like really slow. Yeah, like go really slow. Like just slow it right down. Just let the wind blow you. We're headed out now, so it was nice to meet you, buddy. No problem. I hope you get a big one. Well, folks, we're getting near the very end here. I couldn't do it for Leanne. I tried everything I could. Gave her my lure. Went over that spot. I don't know, probably another half a dozen times. Just back and forth, turned around and over that hot spot. But we missed quite a few fish as well. I think you had a few bites for sure. Probably 3 or 4. I missed probably 3 or 4 as well and caught 3. So honestly, our hook set ratio was pretty awful today. But they were biting very light, especially for bigger sized fish. They were just barely like tap, 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 tap. Not chomping it like they normally do. So the ones that I did catch did chomp it. They swallowed it, and that's, I guess, why I caught them. But we are about to hit the portage, so we will see you guys when we get to camp. Alrighty, folks. Well, we've made it down the mountain. Doesn't look that bad from here, but it was pretty brutal. And overall, we had a pretty half decent day. We got 3 nice speckles. Leanne got a big old goose egg for once, and I outfished her, so I get the bragging rights tonight. Overall, great trip. We have lots of great stuff coming up. Lots of provincial parks, different provincial parks besides Algonquin. You can find those videos on our new playlist on our channel right here. And that playlist is going to be other different provincial parks that Leanne and I are adventuring to. So next weekend we're headed to Charleston. We're going to catch some lake trout, maybe some speckles, and yeah, blackfly. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss another episode of The Average Joes. Until next time, I'm Brendan.
I'm Leanne.
Remi! Come say bye to YouTube! And that's Remi! And we are The Average Joes. Don't forget to subscribe.